Hi, I'm Tom Miggett from Tom Miggett Photography. Recently, I've launched a Tom Miggett Photography Club on Facebook. This is an open group for anyone who's interested in photography, whether you're a professional or enthusiast or a fresh beginner. All questions can be asked without fear of being judged. And a few days ago, one of our members, Tangi, asked a very good question. Tangi watched one of my videos, which was all about the RAW format. And if you don't know anything about RAW, I invite you to actually watch that video. And Tangi now is shooting RAW, and he noticed that when he goes onto his computer, in the folder where he stores his RAW format files, which have the extension CR2, because he's shooting Canon. If he was shooting Nikon, it would be NEF, N-E-F. And so alongside those files, he finds some other files that share the same file name, but not the same extension. Those files' extension is XMP. So he was wondering what those files were. So I've decided to make this video to answer him and share the information with a broader audience. So as you know, the RAW format file is a binary file, and by such it won't be open or even edited. It's made out of 0 and 1s. But when you want to edit your image in post-production using Lightroom or Photoshop or Camera Raw, you will change different settings such as saturation, white balance, and whatnot. And so those settings needs to be stored somewhere. And by those settings we mean metadata in general needs to be stored somewhere. So because you can't store it inside your RAW file, you need to store it somewhere, and that's where you need the XMP file. If you were shooting JPEG and TIFF, you would have inside those files, you would have an XMP section which is used to store metadata in there. So I'm just going to give you a very quick demo as to what happened when you edit a file. So to do that, I'm going to Lightroom, and I have this picture here, and as you can see, it's in the sample folder here. And so let me open it in the Finder. I'm on the Mac. If you were on a PC, you would go in the Explorer. So I'm opening in Finder, and you see here's my RAW file, my CR2, because I'm shooting RAW. So now I'm back to Lightroom, and I'm going to go to the Develop menu. So here it is. I'm zooming out. And the first thing that I see here, if I was to edit this file, is that, well, it's a bit dark. It's underexposed. So I'm going straight to Shadow, and I'm just going to bring those shadows up just like this very quickly, just for the sake of the presentation here. And so I've actually modified the metadata of that file, so I need to save, and the metadata will be stored somewhere. So you see now, up, he saved it. So now if I actually open the Finder where that RAW file is, you can see alongside it with the same file name, you can see the XMP file. So the XMP stands for Extensive Metadata Platform, and is used by Adobe across all creative products to store the metadata. And it's based on the XML, so which means that you could open, not that you actually need to, and I would not encourage you to actually open and modify those because you would corrupt. It's more likely that you will corrupt the file. But if I actually open it, you can see it's purely text inside because, as I say, it's XML. Let me just increase the size here. And you can find some very valuable information, such as the camera used for it, the image width and lens. And then as we go down, you'll see here there's CRS. CRS stands for Camera Raw Setting. And because Lightroom use the Camera Raw engine, so you can see its version here, and then you can see the white balance. We didn't change that, the temperature, the saturation, the sharpness, and so on. So that's where all your detail, all your settings are stored. And so that's all there is to it about the XMP. So I hope you found that interesting. And well, until next time, it's just Tom Miggett saying, if you like it, well, capture it in RAW, of course.